Okay, so July 12th, 2021, the Woman's World magazine has got Dr. Oz on the cover, and we're going to start this magazine right now. Fill your week with smiles. Now, July 11th through July 17th is National Vodka Week for you drinkers. Um, July 11th is National Swimming Pool Day, so go out there and make some waves. July 13th is National French Fry Day. Yep, you heard it right. Treat yourself to some French fries. On July 12th is Simplicity Day. Now, what you do this day is all about taking time to appreciate and enjoy life's simple pleasures. You can go to a luxury hotel. Just take this day for yourself. Maybe even listen to a favorite song, enjoying a nice dinner, watching a movie, finishing a good book, exercise, and just something that you take a break in the day and appreciate you for you. Okay, on the 15th is National Give Something Away Day. You want to feel that rush. It's the perfect time to donate something you no longer need, and it helps provide an instant hit of happy. So, do this to help not only yourself but somebody else feel like that you're giving something helpful away. Okay, it says joke of the week. I still like to make handwritten lists. I also like to leave them on the kitchen counter, then guess what's on the list while I'm at the store. That sounds familiar. Start your week with a laugh. They've got a sock with a guitar singing to another sock with a drink in front of it. It says, "This song goes out to anyone who's missing someone tonight." Ha ha ha. Question, how do you stop a bull from charging? A bull from charging. Well, you cancel its credit card. Ta-chung-chung. Okay, we've got two women here talking with drinks in their hand. It says, my husband gets a workout by going to the gym. I get a workout by getting him to go there. Okay. Moving forward. Power of Love Story. You all know how this is always touching to me. Before we read this moving story, I want to read to you 3 keys of feeling instant peace. Love on your plants. A study published in the Journal of Physiological Anthropology found that people who touch plants for just 2 minutes had less cerebral blood flow to the areas of the brain that govern the stress, giving them a prolonged sense of calm. Bonus benefit is if you garden. Researchers at the Russell Sage College in New York have found that a bacteria in the dirt called a Mycobacterium vaccae triggers a flood of the feel-good serotonin in the brain. Now you can ditch your shoes, because researchers out of London School of Complementary Health shows that walking barefoot on a textured surface like a plush rug or a fresh bed of grass that's cut worry by 33%. As health expert Elaine Wilkes, PhD, explains, the tactile sensation on the feet causes the brain to release feel-good endorphins. Hug on yourself. Now, to ward off stress overload, simply wrap your arms around yourself when the tension starts to mount. This one act reduces emotional and physical pain up to 64%. How? Physical touch triggers the release of the love hormone, oxytocin, which explains psychological professor Kirsten Neff, the PhD, and it calms the emotional distress and cardiovascular stress. We have got such a beautiful story here that I'm going to be so glad to share with you. This little pup comforts 6 animals in a big way. Kinsey, a 4-pound Chihuahua, was born with special needs, but she's a nursemaid to other animals and ailing animals. It's such a beautiful story. Sue has helped more than 1,000 animals with birth defects, but says pup Kinsey here with her is a special girl. They have a Kinsey here who laps up a pup with special needs. Kinsey on the far right, lovingly mothers a menagerie of animals. Now let's read this beautiful story. Sue Rogers knew that the newborn Chihuahua she took in was special, born with a cleft palate. Kinsey fought, though, more than one harrowing health crisis, but it wasn't just her resilience that awes Sue. Kinsey has an amazing ability to sense what other sick or ailing animals need and give them the support to heal and thrive. Dawn was just breaking when the ringing phone jolted Sue Rogers awake. Sue, I could really use your help, the worried caller said. We have 2 newborn Chihuahua puppies, and I think they're both going to have a cleft palate. They're trying to nurse, but I don't think they have anything. They're not getting anything. Sue was used to an area animal lovers calling her at all hours in emergency situations, and in 2012, after losing her beloved Chihuahua, Mia, she was just shy of her second birthday due to complications from a cleft palate. Sue had founded the Mia Foundation, themiafoundation.com, dedicated to saving animals born with birth defects. Over the years, Sue and her husband Gary have helped more than 1,000 animals get medical care, love they need to survive, caring for many of them right in their own Hilton, New York home. Get them to my house right away, Sue instructed the woman on the phone. And as soon as she got out of bed, she prepared for the new arrival. She marveled at how a pup, tiny as Mia, she weighed a little more than 1 pound, was still inspiring a difference in so many lives. Legacy of love. When newborn pups, Mackenzie and Michaela, were dropped off, Sue's heart instantly went out to them. She knew that they had a tough road ahead. A cleft palate made getting nourishment extremely difficult and left them at risk of aspirating. Sue carefully handed each one of them with a tiny tube. She then set them into a makeshift incubator fashioned from a plastic container, keeping with a warm blanket and heating pad. Sadly, Michaela didn't make it through the night, but Mackenzie, Kinsey for short, hung on. Every morning, Sue would say a prayer that Kinsey would still be breathing. Thankfully, amazingly, day after day, she was. Over the next few months, Kinsey continued to fight, even surviving 2 bouts of pneumonia. When at almost 1 year old she hit 1 pound, Kinsey underwent corrective surgery. Again she pulled through, and once it recovered she thrived. You really are special, girl, Sue marveled. But even then she was surprised to discover just how special Kinsey was. One day Sue was working with a foster puppy that had swimmer's syndrome, a condition which a dog is born with its legs splayed out. As physical therapy session ended, Kinsey suddenly, ever so gently, crawled into the puppy's bed and snuggled up beside him. Sue could see the love in her eyes, as if Kinsey was telling the little guy, "You're going to be okay. You're doing great." Not long after that, Kinsey tended to a puppy with a cleft palate, tenderly cleaning it, nuzzling it. "She has a gift," Sue told Gary. 4 pounds of joy. As time went on, Kinsey gained an official role as a 4-legged nursemaid, providing love and care to rescue animals Sue and Gary took in, from puppies to kittens to turkeys, squirrels, and birds, and even a goat. Along with offering comfort, Kinsey kept them in line. When one of her charges would get too rambunctious, Kinsey placed a firm paw on their chest, letting them know, "Okay, buddy, take it easy," just like a good mom would. Sue was so awed and inspired by Kinsey, she began posting pictures of her on the job on Mia Foundation's Facebook page, the Mia Foundation-Love for Mia. She also began taking her to schools to talk about kids being accepted of differences. Everyone fell in love with Kinsey. Her acts of love even earned her the 2020 American Humane's Most Heroic Canine Award. She is thrilled that her sweet girl has been recognized, but she's most proud of the message that now a 4-pound pup spreads. Kinsey, like Mia, proves that it doesn't matter how big you are. We all can make a difference, Sue says. It's the size of your heart that counts. The author is Michelle Abrams. What a great story. Moving on. Natural ways to feel great. Okay, so fun in the sun, ways to outsmart COVID. With cases of COVID-19 on the wane, we're loving the opportunity to get out and about again. Even so, with variants circulating, we still want to keep our body's defenses as strong as possible. And in great news, research reveals that reveling in the warm weather fun can reduce the risk of COVID-19 complications by as much as 73%. Just lounge by the pool. The sun you soak up while you're lying poolside cuts the risk of severe COVID complications up to 29%. New findings in the British Journal of Dermatology suggest. Study authors say that sunlight spurs the skin to release nitric oxide, a compound that blunts the ability to the virus to multiply in cells. Plus, Georgetown University research found that the sunlight boosts activity of virus-fighting T cells by a whopping 350%. Take a hike, and that's enjoying the scenery by parks lowers the risk of serious COVID complications by 73%. So say experts at Kaiser Permanente Medical Center, whose new study found that the benefits in people who got 30 minutes of moderate exercise 5 days a week. Physical activity enhances immunity to protect against the infection, while also reducing the risk of conditions that increase COVID severity, such as heart disease and diabetes. Spoon up baked beans. Now dig into a second helping of the BBQ favorites like beans and coleslaw. They're packed with fiber, a nutrient that strengthens the lining of the intestines by 30%. Why that's the key? Recent findings at Philadelphia's Wistar Institute indicate that a strong gut wall can lower the risk of severe COVID complications by 63%. It keeps some troublesome microbes in the GI tract from leaking into the bloodstream, where they trigger inflammation and can worsen the infection. Sip iced tea. Brew it with green tea. You'll fend off COVID-19 with every sip. The tea is such a power inhibitor of COVID-19 that investigators in India advise drinking 3 to 4 cups of that, about 2 tall glasses daily, prevent the infection. Credit for its protective effectiveness goes to a compound called EGCG, which blocks the action enzymes that help the virus multiply. The author, Melissa Goddard. The number one secret to happy summer energy. Love the warm weather, but wish you didn't have to feel so draggy? Well, just 2.5 drops of hydration can dampen energy, but the few tricks can help you enjoy the season. Snack on watermelon. Heading outside? Well, savor some watermelon first, and you'll feel up to 40% more lively for hours. Now, this juicy treat is up to twice as hydrating as H2O, says the Scottish scientist, which means that it's ultra effective at blocking the type of low-grade dehydration your body registers as it gets tired. Credit watermelon's abundance of gel water, quote-unquote, a form of fluid that your body absorbs more deeply, keeping you hydrated without triggering that frequent need for a restroom. Chill your chair. Now, even if you spend more time indoors than out on hot days, warmer weather triggers your body to perspire. Now, when your cells lose more water than they take in, they can't function optimally. So the result is 10% drop in the energy, says the University of Connecticut investigators. For a simple fix, pop a basic cooling gel pack inside an old pillowcase and then place it on the back of the seat of the chair. The chill will dissipate slowly, helping keep your core of your body temperatures slightly lower, blocking off fatigue, triggering perspiration, all without having to crank up that AC and your electric bill. Sip on a lemonade nightcap. Now, on hot nights, we lose a liter of water as we breathe. One fix: before bed, sip electrolyte lemonade. The blend made from the 8 ounces of water, juice, and half a lemon, a pinch of sea salt, and 2 teaspoons of raw honey, has potassium, magnesium, sodium, and chloride to rebalance fluids and help cells lock on rehydration so you awake refreshed, say scientists at the European Foundation of Environmental Sciences. The author, K.E. Klusnick. Now, natural cures for pesky back pain. Now, treat your feet. Rubbing the tootsies calms your pain receptors in the brain. A study in applied nursing research found. Now, place your fingers between your big toe and your second toe. Slide it back about 1.5 inches across the top of your foot and firmly massage here until your backache subsides. Now, it's prime time for being outdoors and fun road trips. The downside, well, up to 55% of us have achy backs thanks to that sudden uptick in the activity, plus hours spent cooped up on long drives. Luckily, there's no need for NSAIDs with their side effects like indigestion, dizziness, and headaches. These natural strategies ease arches fast. Try a pineapple pill. Now, pineapple cores are nature's top source of bromelain, a compound that tames pain if taken on an empty stomach so it can soak into your bloodstream. In fact, a study in evidence-based complementary and alternative medicine suggests 500 milligrams of bromelain daily cuts aches by 80%. The results comparable to NSAIDs and shaves 4 days off your recovery time. Study co-author Rick Middleton, PhD, says it reduces production of soreness-causing compounds. Now, you want to sip on this smoothie. Sneaking a cup of mild, tender baby spinach into a fruit smoothie daily cuts your risk of summer back pain by 50%. Plus, helps you bounce back 3 days faster if you're already achy, says the Northwestern University researchers. Carotenoids in the spinach will help dial down that pain inflammation more efficiently than aspirin and ibuprofen do. Swivel your hips. Now, don't be like Elvis the Pelvis, just swivel your hips. It says 2 minutes of stretching each hour calms back pain by up to 58% and cuts the risk of future injuries in half. Research in the healthcare suggests, study co-author Rebecca Gordon, PhD, says stretching keeps those muscles flexible so less likely to spasm. To do, you want to stand with your hands on your waist, rotate your hips in a large, slow circle. Now, say yes to rest. Taking 30 minutes daily to truly unwind makes us chronic back pain plunge by 50% in 1 week. Why? Utah State University researchers report that the R&R curbs the production of pain-triggering stress hormone cortisol by 35%. The author, Brenda Kearns. Okay. They have in the health news this week, I'm not going to read it. It's to feel like a kid again. They give you some ideas on how to basically feel younger. May take us a while to get to the next paperclip, it seems. Sorry about that. A lot of good recipes, but I'm not sharing them with you because I want you to go out and pick up this amazing book. Okay, in the cute picture cartoon, we have a lady here who has been reading a book and fed her kitty cats and took off her glasses that she was reading the book with, and the two cats are looking at her and going, I wish she'd get her own bed. That eventually will probably be my two cats. Just saying. Okay. They have an instant awe here, which says, it's summertime and it's the time for wandering. Kelly Almar is the quote. And there's a little girl on the beach here just wandering about, and she just looks so relaxed. A moment for you. You have so much going for you. You have big dreams, bigger than doubt could ever be. Hope that strong enough to lift you up and over any disappointments, determination mightier than any difficulty, an inner light to illuminate your way, and more than enough faith to see you through in any challenge. You've got this. Okay. 5-minute romance. This is exactly how long romance lasts. 5 minutes and then it's over. Okay, the best catch ever. John's crush on his fishing gear saleswoman, Joy, leaves him feeling like a fish out of water until one fateful day he reels in love. Okay, she's a beauty, am I right? Although John was showing his brother-in-law a fishing rod, his gaze kept straying to the saleswoman who was helping another customer. Alan laughed. Are you referring to the Bobby Dale Graphite 5000 or that pretty lady over there? I don't know what you're talking about. John sounded even to himself exactly like the grumpy old man his daughter Marla had warned him he turned into. When Marla asked what she should get me for my birthday, he's sure to tell her I want this rod. Joyce said 5,000 practically reels in the fish itself. John had been perfectly content with Marla's handmade birthday cards and later with the funky ties, but he was in retiring and he had no more uses for ties except for the kind that used for catching fish. His brother waggled his eyebrows, a habit that annoyed John for half a century. Oh, Joy, is it? Just how often do you come here? Often enough. Fishing nowadays isn't what it was decades ago. It requires a lot of special equipment, and Joy's an expert. He recently bought a boat, a retirement gift to himself. Joy had helped him choose it, and even if it had given him her cell number to text her when he had questions. Alan sighed dramatically. Do you need me to be your wingman? No. Suit yourself, Alan shrugged, but it worked out pretty well last time. Softening John as the rod on the counter and squeezed his brother's arm. It sure did. I'll always be grateful to you. She want you to be happy. It was John's turn to sigh. Laura would want him to be happy. She said so, going so far to suggest who could replace her after a reasonable time. Was 2 years reasonable? I don't know how Marla would feel. Are you going to buy this bad boy? Joy appeared in the front of them, her adorable dimples full on display in her clear blue sparkling eyes. John felt his heart swell. He'd gone from being charmed by Joy to impress her knowledge to being simply enchanted, which he felt was a strange thing for an old retired guy to be, but there it was. Not yet, he blushed. That's too bad. You deserve it. Alan clapped John on the back, or he might have gazed into Joy's eyes after all afternoon. Let's go, big brother. I'm late. Thanks for letting me visit the Bobby Dale, he said to Joy as he reluctantly followed his brother out, and Alan rolled his eyes. Marla had promised John she'd fish with him on his birthday. Well, she hadn't exactly promised, since she never knew how her weekends on call would go, but when she showed up at the diner for breakfast at 6 a.m., John was hopeful. She greeted him with a smile, but once she slid into the seat, he could see the purple circles beneath her eyes. Rough night, Dr. Stafford? I thought it would be quiet, but I delivered 3 babies. I'll have breakfast with you, Dad, but don't worry about it. He placed his hand over hers. We'll try it another time. She sighed. But you're going to still go out on your boat, right? You have to. My gift is being delivered to the marina. An hour later, John sent Marla home to bed, and his excitement mounted as he drove to the marina, certain that Bobby Dale was about to be his. He didn't know how, but Marla had promised it would all work out. Someone was sitting in a camp chair on the dock next to his boat. That someone was holding a fishing rod. As he got closer, he spied gray chestnut hair spilling out from under a fishing cap. Joy's familiar curls. Her radiant smile took his breath away as she stood to greet him. Happy birthday from Marla. This is your new fishing rod. John was so happy to see her, but also confused. You do deliveries now? I hope my daughter paid you for it, she shrugged. I told her that a lesson in how to use it was included, or on the house, actually. Any objections? It took a few seconds for him to grasp his turn of events, but when he did, John shook his head as his heart leapt like a fish out of water. No objections at all. Is this a good time? I think, he said, grinning from ear to ear, that this is the perfect time. The author, Elizabeth Palmer. Guess what, folks? We made it to the horoscope. This is for the week of Sunday, July 11th to Saturday, July 17th, by Marissa Brown. If you're a Cancer, from June 21st through July 22nd, you're going to be excited to share ideas with others from the 11th on. Articulating what's in your heart feels effortless now. And on the 13th, you're going to want to pursue a money-making plan that loved ones will offer support. So dive in. Your lucky days, July 11th, 13th, and 17th. Your lucky numbers, 2, 5, and 9. And if you're a sexy Leo like me, which is August 3rd, just saying. But it says that the birth date falls anywhere from July 23rd through August 22nd. Research a mind-body wellness plan on the 12th. Restorative yoga or journaling could feel spiritually centering. I always journal with you guys here. And then go after your most heartfelt desire on the 15th. The more direct that you can be, the better the result. Your lucky days, July 11th, 12th, 16th. Your lucky numbers, 1, 6, and 12. If you're a Virgo, which is August 23rd through September 22nd, you'll be able to work with the co-workers toward a goal come the 14th. Collaboration sets up for a win for all. And on the 14th, a wave of loving emotions make planning time with loved ones rejuvenating. Your heart will thank you. Your lucky days will be July 13th, 14th, and 15th. Your lucky numbers, 5, 7, and 11. If you're a Libra, which is September 23rd through October 22nd, propose a project to people who you respect around the 11th. It could lead to a recognition. You'll want to connect with loved ones in a fun way on the 16th. A spirited spontaneous gets around that you can boost all bonds all the way around. Your lucky days, July 11th, 12th, and 16th. Your lucky numbers, 7, 10, and 11. If you're a Scorpio, October 23rd through November 21st. On the 15th, you'll be inspired to learn something new, research classes or trips to broaden your horizon. On the 17th, your intuition and intensity of your dreams is heightened. Tune into a keener sense of your needs. Your lucky days, July 13th, 15th, and 17th. Your lucky numbers, 5, 9, and 18. If you're a Sagittarius, that's November 22nd through December 21st. Don't be surprised if you're craving deeper conversations from the 12th on. Opening about old wounds could bring closure. Then on the 14th, you're going to be itching for an eye-opening experience. Pursue it. You're going to feel empowered. Your lucky days, July 11th, 12th, and 16th. Your lucky numbers, 8, 9, and 17. Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. Working with a friend or loved one on a shared goal comes naturally from the 17th on. Together, you're going to pinpoint the best path forward. On the 13th, an emotional conversation proves transformative for your bonds and joy. Your lucky days, July 13th, 14th, and 15th. Your lucky numbers, 7, 8, and 16. Aquarius, that's January 20th through February 18th. Research your ways to bring balance to your routine on the 12th. Now, even small tweaks can make a difference. On the 15th, you're going to be feeling imaginative around a money-making effort. Infusing your work with fun sets up a win. Now, your lucky days are going to be July 15th, 16th, and 17th. Your lucky numbers will be 2, 6, and 15. You're a Pisces, which is February 19th through March 20th. From the 14th on, a burst of creativity has you feeling inspired. Pouring these ideas into your work offers fulfillment. Research a getaway on the 16th. Even if you only plan a short trip, this is the moment to have fun. Now, your lucky days are July 11th, 12th, and 17th. Your lucky numbers are 3, 5, and 14. Aries, March 21st through April 19th. Take a trip down memory lane with loved ones around the 13th. It'll warm your heart. And come the 14th, enjoy a lighthearted spontaneity fun. You can channel how you're feeling into craft or other artistic project now. Your lucky days are July 11th, 12th, and 13th. Your lucky numbers, 4, 5, and 14. Taurus, April 20th through May 20th, your schedule will be jam-packed on the 12th. Build into solo time, it to stay firing on all cylinders. Then share your most creative proposals with coworkers on the 15th. Together, you'll be able to turn the ideas into winning action. Your lucky days, 13th, 14th, and 15th of July. Your lucky numbers, 3, 6, and 11. Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. Trade notes on money-making ideas with friends on the 11th. Figuring out new ways to bring your skills to table, boost confidence. On the 13th, conversation about your desires. Make a memorable moment. Enjoy it. Your lucky days, July 15th, 16th, and 17th. Your lucky numbers, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, you deserve good things. Your new beginning can start any time. Today can be the day that you see what others see, the wonderfulness of you. Today can be the day you truly believe you're worthy of joy, and you are. And go for it. And today can be the day you take a first step, baby or bold, both count, toward a fabulous future. It's much closer than you think. And there's a beautiful everyday hero story. I want you to read it. I'm not going to read it because it'll make me cry, and I've already been having problems with my sinuses. Love and Laughter, you've got to check this page out. It is so adorable. We've got a little 1-year-old here, sweet as can be, Cameron, 1, submitted by grandmother Carol Bylock from Florida. She's sitting in a wooden chair, has a little bow on her head, and she looks like she's got on maybe an overall dress with a little necklace, and she's just so adorable. Batter Up. We've got a little baseball player here. He's got his T-ball ready to go. His name is Elijah, 2, submitted by Mother Jennifer Ortiz from Michigan. Adorable. We got a cartoon here. 2 women, dressing room. It says, "You stay here. I may need backup getting out of these jeans." There's a lady looking at a washer, it looks like. It says, "This new smart dryer, sends you an email when your husband doesn't separate the darks and the lights." We've got a little cat that looks just like my Sonic. It says, "Privacy, please," submitted by Cindy Darnardi from Ladera Ranch, California. We've got a little girl who's sipping on a straw out of a mason jar. We all know how much I love my mason jars. It says, "I'm sipping pretty, Penelope, 22 months, submitted by grandmother Ruth Loco from Pennsylvania. The quote of the week says, "Happiness is like a kiss. You must share it to enjoy it." Bernard Meltzer. And we have a wildly adorable bison, 20 months, submitted by grandmother Lola Diamond from Georgia. And that is all that I'm sharing from the July 12th, 2021 issue. I can't believe we made both magazines in one night. Whew, that's exhausting. Well, I'm glad we got that done. Everybody's been asking me, am I going to do a birthday video? I don't know what they mean by that. I guess it's like birthday wishes or whatever. We'll see as we get closer. I know everybody's like going, but we want to know beforehand. I'm really simple this year. I'm not wishing for anything major or out of the box. The days of me thinking about happily ever after are over because I'm quite content with my cats and my grandpa and being a caregiver. I'm content. So I don't really wish for anything except for cell phone service and a new computer so you guys could see me when I make these videos. And maybe my car, not to make that squeaky noise again with the brakes. Yeah, for some reason it's doing that. And just happiness. So that's all I'm wishing for. And to eat at the Candy Kitchen with my family. So pretty much simple. So I love y'all. Until next time, God bless.